Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. It is early in the morning, right around 7 a.m., and I will be on a plane at this time tomorrow. So I had this idea yesterday, or actually 2 days ago, and I haven't done it. I thought a good snack to take with me on the plane was going to be a coffee cake. So my idea is I want to take a coffee cake, so that's something I can eat on the plane that is kind of more filling. I'm in the mood for coffee cake, and I thought that could be something, as long as I can get it to my destination. I'm going to pack it in the checked bag, very packed, slightly frozen, and hopes I can get it to my destination in one piece without it being all kinds of crumbles. But I thought if I could get it there, that would be something that would be a good snack to eat in my room, pack in my bag. It's something I could eat little bites of throughout the day to kind of keep my sugar up, keep me from getting hangry when I am doing all my work things. So this morning I woke up bright and early, so tomorrow I have to get up at 3 a.m., which is actually better than it was before. I went to Atlanta a couple times in the past year, and all of those flights, I had to get up at, I think, 1:45. That's just dumb. So 3 o'clock is a lot better than 1:45. So I woke up early this morning so that I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight, so I'm tired, so at least I get a couple of hours of sleep. I always wake up before my alarm goes off. Like, I'll wake up probably like 12 a.m. and be like up until my alarm, just so I don't miss it, and I'm going to be so like just anal about my alarm not going off, missing my plane, anything like that. So I'm going to get up early, get started, and then you can go to bed early and hopefully get at least a little bit of sleep. So I woke up early. I'm like, I'm going to go downstairs and make a coffee cake. So I did my hair. I straightened my hair for the first time in a very long time. I'm here ready to make the coffee cake, and I'm looking up the directions for the coffee cake, and I don't want to do any of that. First of all, I don't have sour cream. That was the first thing. I don't have any sour cream. Coffee cake needs sour cream. So I said no to that. And it's 7 a.m. and I don't really feel like doing that much right now. I haven't had my coffee yet. The animals haven't had their breakfast cookies yet. So I'm not in the mood to do anything fancy. So we are going to whip something together, and it's either going to be a success or a failure, and it is what it is. If it's a failure, I'll go buy coffee cake. So I just have one of my white cake mixes here. I do have the other one empty. So my plan is either today or when I get back, I'm going to refill both of these cake mixes. So I have a boxed cake mix ready to go. So this mix, and you can see on the back, I have the ingredients. This mix is 1 3/4 cup flour, 1 3/4 cup sugar, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt. The wet ingredients, it calls for 2/3 vegetable oil. I use avocado oil now. 1/4 cup milk, 3 eggs, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So we're gonna doctor this up to make a coffee cake. I just added all of those ingredients. Next, we're gonna be doing an applesauce coffee cake. I do have apples here, a couple of apples, but I don't feel like cutting them. I really don't feel like cutting them. So I just opened a jar of my home canned applesauce, and this is actually, we're getting low on this applesauce, so I don't even know if I can wait till October during apple season to make a batch. I might need to make a batch just to tide me over. So I'm just adding, let me bring you down and show you, a good glug, a good serving. I'm going to add, I think, the whole pint. I'm going to take a bite because I like applesauce, and this is a good one. One of them got good, and the other one got, I did 2 batches. One got good and one got excellent. And this is the excellent batch. So I'm going to add 1 full pint. This is yummy. That's good. I'm going to add just a little bit of vanilla, probably a tablespoon. And then I really want to sell it with kind of the apple fall flavors. I'm going to add a good glug of maple syrup. About a tablespoon. I'm going to start with 1 egg because I don't know how many eggs I may need for this. I'm going to start with 1. And then I'm going to get about 3 tablespoons of butter, or a hunk. A hunk of butter. If you're measuring, I would go 3 tablespoons. I feel like that's kind of close. My organic butter, which I love, doesn't really have the good markings on it, so we just eyeball it now. Add our mostly melted bowl. Don't drop your bowl in the cake. That's not going to do anything for you. So adding my butter. And now it does have sugar in the cake mix, but we're going to do just, I would say probably a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, just to sell the brown sugar in the cake mix. And then we are going to do like a typical streusel or coffee cake. We're going to do a streusel topping. I feel like, how does this not work, right? If it doesn't maybe make like a coffee cake, it'll make like an apple cake, and that's not bad, right? I feel like this can't go wrong. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. Now, if I cared, and I don't, because it's 7 a.m. and I haven't had my coffee yet, diced up apple pieces in here would be top notch. Okay, I think I should spray this, so let me get my spray. Okay. I'm doing a 9 by 9 into the pan. It goes. I didn't forget your cookies, baby. I'll give you extra. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, now we want to make our streusel, and I'm going to make a pretty thick one. So I'm going to take another hunk of butter. Like you said, that is 3 tablespoons again. I think everything looks like 3 tablespoons. So I'm going to take this, and I'm not going to melt it, but I'm going to put it in the microwave just to get it softened. Now, I'm never good at measuring for strudels, so I just kind of add things in there until I feel like I've got enough strudel consistency. The butter is just softened, not melted. And I just added some flour and some brown sugar. I want to add some cinnamon before I forget. I want to add cinnamon on the cake too, so just sprinkle that on top. And I think we need some more flour. Okay, now I think that looks like a pretty good strudel for my topping. So I think I'm just gonna plop it on top of my cake. And this is our cake. So I have the oven preheated to 375. I'm going to put this in for probably 45 minutes, but I'm going to check it in 30 minutes and see what it's looking like. My cake, coffee cake, I'm going to do coffee cake and apostrophes, is out of the oven. And it turned out really good. I don't think my strudel turned out as strudely as I would have liked. I think I may have had too much butter. But that's okay. It's still going to be a delicious topping on this. I think this is going to be, it smells amazing. I think it's going to be so delicious. So it is way too hot to eat right now. And somehow it's already 9 o'clock and I have plans this morning. I'm not sure how it became 9 o'clock, but I started this at like 7 a.m. It was in the oven for probably about an hour. I did the first 30 minutes. I think I did 3 more times the 15 minutes. So I think I cooked it for about an hour. So I'm gonna let that cool. I'm gonna go do my run and then I'll come back and taste it. Hopefully it tastes delicious. It smells delicious, so I'm sure it's going to. And then what I'm gonna do with that is I am going to cut off a piece that's gonna go in one of my carry-on bags so I can eat on the plane. My flight takes off at 6:55, and so I'm waking up at 3 to leave my house at 3:30 to be at the airport in time for all of the security and all that stuff. So I won't, 1, have time to eat, and 2, I'm not going to be hungry that early for breakfast. So this is going to be a delicious snack I can take on the plane and eat as my breakfast. And then, so I'm going to take one piece off, put it in the bag, breakfast. The rest of it, I'm going to let it cool completely here while I'm gone, and I'm going to wrap it in foil, and I am going to put it in the freezer tonight. It won't get a solid freeze, but it will get pretty frozen enough. And the plan is, so I'm going to get it out of the freezer tomorrow morning, throw it in my checked bag, and hopefully like kind of pack it enough so that it's protected, so that it's not getting crushed. And that way I can get that out there to my destination in one piece. And then that could be, the hotel does have a complimentary breakfast, but it's going to be like yogurt and fruit. But I can have that maybe with a cup of yogurt for my breakfast, and that'll be, save me some money, and it'll be a, let's say healthy breakfast. Not healthy, but, but I don't know. It'll keep me full hopefully all day. So it's going to work. Thank you guys for joining me on this impromptu coffee cake recipe. I'll let you guys know how it tastes at the end, and then I'll also let you guys know if I was successful in getting it out there in one piece. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, friends.
Ed and Kate here. I just want to talk about the cake. So the cake successfully made it out to my destination. I packed it in my checked bag. I didn't actually put it in the freezer because it was such a firm cake. I didn't actually think it needed it. So I just took the risk, wrapped it in foil real well, and put it in my checked bag, and it made it unscathed. So it was such a great thing to have in the room because when I wanted that sweet tooth, when I just wanted something sweet, I didn't have to go out. I kind of had something already there for me, and it was great to eat in the mornings. It's kind of like a breakfast before the breakfast. I really liked having it. I don't think I'll do it every time, but I was in the mood for it, and it worked well for this trip. The only thing I'll say about the actual cake is it was very dense. I needed to figure out how to make it lighter. It was a very dense cake. It was not very much coffee cake consistency, and I don't really know that I really wanted a coffee cake consistency because that can be too dry. This was definitely not dry. This was incredibly moist. but it was denser than I wanted it to be. So I got to figure out how to work on that and fix that. But this was a delicious cake. This was a great thing to take on this trip, and I will do this again because it was just, especially when I go away for weeks like this, I try to save money as much as I can, and this was a great way to kind of have something that could function as a breakfast. It could function as a dessert. It worked for anything that I really needed it. So I was glad I had it. So I enjoyed it. I need a doctor to figure out how to make it lighter. I don't know if the sour cream that coffee cake calls for will make it lighter, but it's something we're going to try next time. And we'll be making this again because this was delicious. See you guys next time. Bye, friends.